Rick has done all the planning for this trip, and I have really enjoyed just being along for the ride. We've been staying at Mountain Harbor Hostel. Let me come back in here into the hostel to show you around real quick. Here you got a common space. Some microwaves. Go upstairs. There's a bunkhouse in here. And Rick and I have our little private suite in here. Up here is the main house, and that's where they have breakfast and dinner. Burger bar and stuff out here. Got a little bar, outside bar. Pretty neat. So Rick had to stay at Mountain Harbor for the first 2 nights, and we slack packed. So the first day we were there, we went 14 miles up to Farm Service Road 293, and we hiked back to Mountain Harbor. Really nice. And then the next day, they took us up to Dennis Cove, 11 miles up, and then we hiked back to Forest Service Road 293. And then the next day, they took us back one last time to Dennis Cove, and we had to get real with our full packs and start the hike. All right, good morning. We are back on the Appalachian Trail. Got Rick back there somewhere. He's probably hiding. And we are at Roan Mountain. The plan is to do about, for this section, I think 75 miles? Yeah, 75 miles from Roan Mountain and then stopping in Damascus. Really looking forward to this. It's today we're only doing about 13 miles. We're going to start with an up and then it goes down. Not too bad. Tomorrow we've got another about 11 miles, maybe 12 miles to do. That one's going to be a little bit of a challenge because we have a time crunch. We have to meet a shuttle at 3:30 tomorrow. So we'll see how that's going to go. A little nervous about it. But you know, these challenges to push ourselves sort of teach us where our edge is. And I often cut myself short by not pushing myself like I should. So we'll see how that goes. But it's fun. Be back into the rhododendron. When my wife and I are traveling, we like to listen to Mike Rowe's podcast, The Way I Heard It. His episode 319 we listened to the other day. It's entitled, Hunger is the Best Sauce. And Mike is talking to Michael Easter, who is the author of The Comfort Crisis. Michael Easter, he says that discomfort has to be experienced in order to improve life, and that short-term discomfort for a long-term benefit is what we need to seek. Change isn't easy. So he talks about this Misogi challenge. Now, I'll try to get this right. I think the Misogi challenge is basically a Japanese endurance test. It's trying to find your edges and push through them to realize that we're stronger than what we can give ourselves credit for. Well, there's only 2 rules. One of the rules is you have to have a 50-50 shot of completing it, which also means you have to have a 50-50 shot of failing. If you don't have a chance of failing, then it's really not much of a test. And then the second rule is don't die while you're doing it.
Well, while I'm out here on this hike, my wife has been reminding me to follow rule number 2 while I'm out here.
Nice little tent site. That'd be a nice little campsite. Let's see. Here's one of the rewards of the trail. This is Jones Falls. Well, YouTube throws in these advertisements halfway through my videos, so I'm going to do my own ad today. Just want to talk about YouTube itself for a little bit. You know, we spend a lot of time developing these videos. You get the perfect video, you've got the great content, and then you've done just the right music, and you got just the right transitions, and you've timed everything up, and you think this is a great video, and I'm so excited to share it with others. And you put it out there. Are you struggling to find balance in a fast-paced world? And you hear crickets. Nobody watches. What happens? Just when we reach our breaking point, we want to stop. Don't stop. Don't give up. There may be an answer. You're a needle in a haystack. So you've got this great video out there, and it's not that no one wants to see it or that no one is interested. They just don't know that it's there. I've been doing this now for 3 years. I've got close to 300 videos. And out of that time, what I have learned is that, what I should have known all along, I guess, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Now, what does that really mean? Well, like all search engines, people go in and they plug in what they're interested in, and it gives them recommendations. It gives them answers. That's what a search engine does. Well, YouTube does the same thing, only it searches 2 different ways. One, like Google or any other search engine, you type in a word, a keyword, and then it gives you recommendations. YouTube does the same thing. I'll talk about that more in another video. But today I want to talk about the other way that YouTube offers searches. And once you understand it, it opens up a lot of possibilities for you. It's called browse. You see it done all the time. You do it yourself. I do it. You know, you open up YouTube and you start scrolling through, and then you see something that catches your eye. Well, what is that? Usually it's a thumbnail, maybe a title. So those 2 things become very important to you. And then the rest is really up to you. You've got to have good content that people want to see. I like to make content. If you're watching it, you decide whether you enjoy it or not. I enjoy making it, and I'm trying to make it for you. I try to understand what you want. I love the comments in my videos, and I try to respond to those comments with what I make. But I was never good at making thumbnails and titles. But I know people that are. And this is the guy that I would recommend to you. My friend's name is Arman, Rahman, Rony. He's a graphic artist. He lives in Bangladesh. He's very eager to work with you. He'll keep working until you're satisfied with what he's done for you. And then it doesn't take him long to just sort of know your style. That's what he's done for me. He's an amazing guy, really great talent, and I highly recommend him. I'll put his information in the description of this video. Arman, Rahman, Rony. Graphic artist, great guy. Let's get back on the trail. Going down off the mountain now. Toward the end of the day, 2 miles to go, and come out into this open space. Man, the mountains are beautiful.